Good evening and welcome to Waconia High School for today's matchup to the Jaguars of Jefferson High School, your Waconia Wildcats. It is important to remember that good sportsmanship is important between all students, fans, players, and officials. And now for today's starting lineups. Starting for the visiting Jaguars, in goal, senior number 15, Sarah Rash. At defense, senior number 6, Kara Cram. At defense, junior number 15, Veda Flanders. At forward, junior number 7, Ava Exley. At forward, sophomore number 11, Kira Abler. At forward, number 8, number 34, Carlo Johnson. And the rest, your Jefferson Jaguars. The Jaguars are coached by Mark Johnson, Sarah Johnson, and Edson. And now, for your Waconia Wildcats. Starting in goal, sophomore, number 1, Scarlett Smith. And defense, sophomore, number 4, Beasley Jelstad. And defense, 8th grader, number 8, Ella Peterson. And forward, 8th grader, number 22, Kelly Lindsay. And forward, sophomore, number 12, Alan Rayfield. And forward, 8th grader, number 9, Cora Harmon. And representing her 8 squad, 3rd grader for debut, number 32, Lumilla. And the rest of your Waconia Wildcats. The Wildcats are coached by Jordan Gates, Jamie Ludwig, and Kelsey Moore. Now, introducers-wise, blue ball, that wearable racing flag for our friendly green, the flame of our national anthem.
All right, welcome hockey fans to the Waconia Ice Arena. Thursday night matchup between the Waconia Wildcats and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars section game. Got some points on the line for both teams. Waconia Wildcats have the slight edge on the record. We have a 9-6 record coming off of a win on Tuesday night against the Pine City Dragons. Bloomington Jefferson, I believe, a sub 500 record. I can't recall off the top of my head. Definitely a talented team. Number of kids that can really skate and move the puck. So dangerous team nonetheless, but so are the Waconia Wildcats. Scarlett Smith getting the start for Waconia tonight. Team gathered around Scarlett, ready to get going. Both teams look like they're ready to go. Get their starting lineups out on the ice, and we'll get going. For Waconia, we'll have Forwards, Malin Rayfeld. Center, taking the draw for Waconia. Wings, Callie Lensing and Cora Herman. Defensemen, Ella Peterson and Ainsley Gelsted. Sounds like goals. Here we go. Rayfeld lines up on the draw, wins it back to Gelsted. Gelsted, pass to Peterson. Peterson retreats into her end. Has pressure from the Jefferson Jaguars. Puck comes up the wall. Rayfeld will chip it past the defender. Puck comes out of the zone. Teams are onside, so we play on. Lensing. Mixing it up. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Hammered into the Wildcat end. Peterson on the retrieval. Glove saved by Smith. Get our first stoppage here at 16:28, first period. Wildcat forwards got Taylor Camera taking the draw. Becca Daney and Maddie Lawagi. Kate Kashinska and Ella Peterson still out in defense. Kashinska comes out of the pile, moves the puck up ice. Camerath, puck caught in her skates. A chip by Daney to Camerath. Camerath from the top of the circle, shot, blocker save. Rebound comes to the corner. Lawagi picks it up on the side wall. Gets another touch shot. Gets the goalie right in those, right in that iconic Jaguars font. Get to see the powder blues today. Those classic looks in Minnesota State high school hockey. Offensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. Daney on the tie-up. Camerath picks up the puck, turns to the net. Puck's going to go just side of the net. Camerath keeping the pressure on. Puck played ahead by Kuhn for Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Get to know a few of these kids from summer hockey, so might know a couple names for Jefferson too. Here's Kashinska from the back wall, breakout pass to Lawagi. Puck held in, Allegra Kuhn. One-timer from the point, pad save. Rebound, Scarlett Smith stays on it. Freezes it down. Thursday night matchup for Waconia. They have another one on the books on Saturday. Hockey Fights Cancer Night. 2 back-to-back games, JV and Varsity against the Holy Angels Stars. Comes Lucy Ertl out to take the draw for Waconia. Ertl ties up. Seraphin helping out on the wing. Seraphin goes down below the goal line to help. She has Ertl in support. Pass to the point. That's going to skip past the defender. 8th grader Brooklyn Henn gives chase. Players tangle up. Referees let them play on. Here comes Jefferson moving through the neutral zone. Shot saved by Smith. Rebound hits the side of the net. Seraphin skates it away from danger. Passes off the wall ahead of Henn. Rolling puck has enough gas on it to make it across the goal line. The stoppage at 14:48. Good scoring chance for the Jaguars. Smith made the initial save. Rebound kind of maybe came out at a funny angle. Defensive zone faceoff for Waconia. Here's Rayfeld on the draw. Puck drops, faceoff won by the Jaguars. Cycle to the D, shot from the point, tipped. Didn't make it in on Smith. Pass to the point. Herman pursues. Puck deflected by Lensing. Herman will go back to retrieve. Has to make a move by the net. Backhand pass finds Rayfeld. Rayfeld chips around an opponent. She's off to the races. Here comes Malin Rayfeld. Loads up a shot. Blocked. Puck still in Rayfeld's feet. Comes back to the hash marks. Here comes Ava Osland up ice for the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Kashinska on the poke check. Plays it ahead to Rayfeld. Rayfeld picks it up. Pulls up on the wall. Pass back to Kashinska. Kashinska off the wall to Rayfeld. Rayfeld tried to chip it behind her, looking in the direction of Herman. Puck comes out of the zone to Gelsted. Here comes number 4, Ainsley Gelsted. Shot through the defender's feet. Stick save and a stoppage. Camerath line comes out on the ice. Daney and Lawagi at wings, with Jelstead and Peterson at D. Face-off goes to the net. Camerath made a run for it. Puck's cleared back to Peterson. Peterson has Kuhn on her. Tied up Peterson trying to push the pile up to Lawagi. Lawagi reverses back to the corner. Peterson's backhand pass intercepted. Here comes Daney. Daney looking for options. Let's see what we get. Maybe a play behind, a little bit of extra behind the play. Peterson's heading to the box for Waconia. A checking penalty. Wildcats going shorthanded. 13:22 left in the first. Penalty killers will be Maddie Lawagi, Talon Kamrath, forwards, and Ainsley Jelstead and Kate Kashinska, defense. And of course, number 1, Scarlett Smith in between the pipes. Starr wins the draw back to Flanders. Flanders pass to Kuhn. Kuhn looking for, she has Krenz. Krenz walks the blue line. Pass back to Kuhn. Kashinska's clearing attempt. That one skips over Flanders' stick, and she'll have to regroup in the neutral zone. Pass to Starr. Poke check by Kamrath, wearing some time off this power play. A minute 30 remaining. Krenz finds Starr. Starr's trying to fight through Kamrath. Kamrath on the back check. Puck comes to Jelstead. Jelstead will get it ahead to Lawagi, and Lawagi will clear. Daney on the back check. Tax pushed back to the sidewall. Starr has Ertl hounding her. Pass to Woodford. That's going to pull the Jaguars out of the zone. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Becca Daney applying a little bit of pressure. Pass is going to be off the wall up to Ava Oslin. Oslin, nice move at the blue line. Pulls up at the hash marks, looking to set up for Bloomington. Shot wide of the net into the corner. Lensing trying to push the attack to the outside. Shot from the perimeter, saved by Smith, and she bounces on it. Covers that rebound up. 19 seconds remaining on the power play. 11:40 in the period. Here comes Rayfeld and Herman, forwards for this shift with, it's like Seraphin and Jelstead. Alan Rayfeld on the draw. Jaguars win it. Herman out to the point. Good shot, played to the corner. Jefferson collects, pass to the point. Krenz, slap shot, rebound. Tie up by Jelstead, may have saved that. Penalty time has expired, and Waconia is even strength. Ella Brockmeyer with pressure. Pass up to the neutral zone to Seraphin. Seraphin dumps it back in. Battle possession. Rayfeld on the back check. Puck's going to go across the ice. Kashinska steps up. Rayfeld trying to pick a pocket. Shot from the point, going to go wide of the net. Rebound opportunity. Rebound still loose. Get played away. Brockmeyer got her stick tied up. Got to stay on them, take away all their space. Shot, going to be wide of the net. Kashinska hustles to it. Plays it off the back wall. Puck comes to the point. Held in. Waconia's really got to dig deep. Here's Etta Woodford from the goal line. Shot, doesn't get to the net. Wraparound attempt. Puck's going to come to the point. Pass to the point. Doesn't quite make it. Herman will turn. Chips it off the glass, and that gets enough across the red line. Wildcats will change all three forwards, but Jefferson is regrouping quick. Jefferson will dump, have one player on the forecheck. Peterson, a slew foot behind the net. Pass to the point to Allegra Kuhn. Here comes Kuhn, lines up a shot. They caught a piece of toe save by Smith. D-to-D pass, shot, save. Maybe it hurt a piece of the side of the net. Puck just held in. Camerath looking for the Waggy out ahead of her, and that looks like it'll make it down to the opposite end of the ice, icing against Waconia. Jaguars definitely aggressors midway through the first period. Shots on goal, 7 shots on goal for Bloomington, 3 for Waconia. Jelstad trying to push through the pile, moves it ahead to Hen. Wildcats 2-on-1 opportunity. Hen has Berger. Bouncing puck through the slot, picked up by number 19 for Bloomington. Pass to Oslin. Player, I think referee thought Jelstad got enough of the girl. Looked like she was on her, falling on her own, but it's going to be another power play for Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Camerath and Lawagi forwards. Peterson and Kaczynska will be our D. Lawagi pushes through the face-off tie-up, and she's going to ice. Get the clear. Lawagi stays on the attack. Force that bad pass. Jefferson moving through the neutral zone. Driving wide behind the Waconia net. Pass to the hash marks. Puck moves to the point. Shot and saved by Smith. Smith following the play really well, east to west. Camerath lines up for the draw for Waconia. Picks the puck off the pile, moves it past Flanders. Neutral zone territory. Camerath staying on the attack. Circles back. Number 10 for Bloomington Jefferson, Kayla Starr, fast skater. Look at Camerath on the back check. Clear by Kaczynska. Grade A penalty killing there by number 6, Talon Camerath. Awagi looking to force the play one way or the other. Puck's going to go off of Krenz' skates. Opportunistic bounce comes back to Lawagi. Daney hustles in to bottle up Flanders. Puck comes to Krenz. Krenz cross-ice pass to Starr. Lucy Ertl coming across ice to take away Starr's ice. Shot from the distance. That'll come to Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass to Peterson. Peterson's clearing attempt. Off the skate. Chip ahead by Daney. Here comes Daney and Ertl. Daney driving wide. Pass to Ertl. Ertl looking back to go to Daney. Picks it up below the goal line. 18 seconds remaining on the penalty. Up comes to Seraphin, and she'll dump. Shot on goal. It's coming up on the 7-minute mark here in the first period. Still 0-0. Herman. Some pressure, stick lift. Penalty time has expired. Here come the Wildcats, even strength. Rayfeld coming across ice. On the poke check. Forces the turnover. A little tied up. Rayfeld's going to stay in the play. Goes after Oslin. Puck played back behind the net. Puck comes to the point. Shot hits Rayfeld's shin pads. Rayfeld makes a play for it. Rayfeld pushing through. Battling. Has Herman coming to help. Puck's tied up on the wall. Rayfeld surveying it. Herman's pushing the pile forward. Loose puck. Rayfeld chips it low. Stays on the attack. Net behind the net. Still staying on the battle. Loses an edge. Puck's going to come out to the neutral zone to Seraphin. Jefferson Jaguars getting the change. Pass sticked away by Smith. Puck rolls back in on Smith, and she directs it back to the corner. Comes out of Woodford. Pass back to the D, shot and a tip. Kashinska tried to play it up to the wall. Held in, Rayfeld, long shift. Helping tie up. Puck's behind the net, Etta Woodford with it, pass to the point. Slap shot, high of the net. Tired legs on the ice. Vea Flanders, pass to Krenz. Krenz loads up a slap shot, stick saved by Smith. Hens clearing attempt held in by Krenz. Flanders will dump. Some tired Wildcat forwards will get off the ice. Okay, Kashinska's pass. Todd Brockmeyer's stick. Berger to Ertl. Here comes Lucy Ertl. Drives into the offensive zone, pushing on Flanders. Pass to Coons. Connects. Pena's going to have to hustle back. No icing. Passing attempt picked off by Peterson. Peterson pressured by Kuhn. Those two have been going at it so far in this first period. It'll be a fun game to watch. Peterson, nice move. Finds Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer able to chip it out in the neutral zone territory. Ertl, short pass to Berger. Berger rubbed off the puck by Allegra Kuhn. Cross ice pass, picked up on the wall by Pena. Backhanded in by Ella Brockmeyer. Here comes Talon Camrath. Puck comes out in neutral zone territory. Gelstead on the pickup. Camrath met at center ice. Ostlin shot, bounce in on Smith. Smith plays it to the corner. Pena to Lawagi. Lawagi looking to the middle. Camrath poke checked away by Flanders. Flanders looking for Ostlin. Good back check by Lawagi. Puck tip to the top of the circle. Chance for Flanders. Shot from the short side. Glove saved by Scarlett Smith. Shots on goal a little crooked here late in the first period. 13 shots on goal for Bloomington Jefferson to just 3 for Waconia. Jefferson did have a couple power plays in the first. See what the Wildcats can do with some prolonged 5-on-5 hockey. Puck comes to the point. Shot, stick save. Rayfeld clears it to the wall, picked up by Flanders, glove saved by Smith. 3:28 remaining in the first period. Rayfeld lining up on the draw. Wins it to Seraphin. Seraphin tried moving the puck up. Krenz picked it off. Rayfeld on the tie-up in the corner. Opponent spins off, stays on the attack. Pass to the point, chips over a stick. Herman off to the races, has Lensing coming up the middle. Herman can force a turnover. She has Lensing. Stick is held. Herman lost her edge. Comes Lensing in to help. Herman's getting pushed up the side of the wall. Gets her stick back. Rayfeld chips deep. Lensing hustles to it. Puck rolls up the side wall. Up comes to Seraphin. Seraphin will dump. All three Waconia forwards go for a change. Gives Jefferson a chance to get out of the zone quick. There's Daney. Daney at the blue line. Driving down the wall. Has Camrath and Lawagi from her knees. Daney took a shot going for the short side. That's a SportsCenter highlight reel if she scores that goal. Camrath moves it to the point. Kashinska, low shot, toe save. Rebound comes to the side wall, picked up by Camrath. Centering pass, intercepted by Starr. Camrath on the back check. Puck is going to be held in the zone by Gelstead. Gelstead chips it deep. Putting some pressure on Krenz. Good move at the blue line, or at the goal line. Ertl will retreat into Wildcat territory. Pass to Kashinska. Kashinska goes up ice to Daney and Say Danny got a touch. Brooklyn Hen with pressure. Kayla Starr getting some space in front of her. Wildcats need to shut her down. Here she comes. Moves through a player. Dynamic attack. Shot in the goal. Like Krenz found, it was number 16, Carmen Melanchuk. Or not Krenz, but Starr did. It's the kid that you do not want to give any time and space and can do some pretty crazy stuff. Jaguars strike first late in the first period. Wildcats will counter with the Rayfeld, Lentz, and Herman line. Pena and Peterson at the back line. Rayfeld wins it to Herman's side. Oslin fighting through the stick check. She'll dump. Puck takes a weird bounce. Peterson upended. A little shooken up. She went down hard on her elbow. We'll see. Offensive zone face-off for the Wildcats and power play time. Time to tie it up, go into the intermission with a 1-1 score. Waconia power play left. Tail and Camera taking the draw. Forwards, Maddie Lawagi and Becca Daney. Defenseman will be Kate Kaczynska and Cora Herman. Puck drops. Camerath goes to the net front. Be a clear by the Jaguars. Puck is going to roll into the corner. Kaczynska picks it up. Comes up from the goal line, turns up ice. Short pass to Daney. Daney pulls up in front of the Jaguar bench. Cross ice pass to Lawagi. Lawagi snaps a shot and glove save. 47 seconds remaining. And Peterson will come back out to take her spot on the power play. Tie up on the faceoff. Lawagi back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Low shot. Stick save. Stoppage at 41 seconds. Tail and Camerath ties up on the draw. Both Lawagi and Daney came in to help. Peterson picked that one out of the air. Until she's a softball player. Kaczynska back to Peterson. Shots blocked. Shot by Herman. Herman has Lawagi coming in to help. Lawagi's pass to Camerath. 20 seconds on the clock. Herman's pass is out in front of Lawagi. Held into the zone by Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Lawagi and back up to the top. Pass picked off. Wildcats trying to look for the perfect shot. Time will expire in the first period. Start the second period with a 49-second power play. Wildcats down a goal after the first period. Bloomington Jefferson up on shots on goal, doubling the Wildcats 16-8. Take a short break and we'll come back for the second period. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you in a couple. All right, welcome back, everybody, for the second period. Look at the Jefferson Jaguars getting ready to take the ice again. Nets are getting back in position. Our man on the microphone across the ice, Tim Kaczynska. Has a voice that could make a Wolverine purr. Has some Prince Purple Rain playing in the background, too. It's kind of a breathtaking moment. Yeah, just before we came back on the mic, Tim was giving a plug to Hockey Fights Cancer Day that will be hosted here at the Waconia rink on Saturday. So we'll have 4 games on the docket. The girls and boys high school teams for Waconia doing a fundraiser for the day, and some raffles, a few prizes will be given away. If you're in town, you're close, swing on down, watch the Wildcats take on Holy Angels. Festivities kick off with the JV Wildcats team, followed by the girls varsity, and then the boys JV and boys varsity closing out the night. The Wildcats taking the ice. Scarlett Smith back in the cage. 16 saves to start the game. Dagenstoss coming back to say hi. It's about a minute left on the clock before the players head to center ice and we drop the puck. And I don't know if Tim just timed that right or got lucky, but he's got the Prince Purple Rain guitar solo wrapping up right at the end of as the clock went. Tim timed that out for the song to end just as the buzzer went off, man. Prince's guitar solo. The Wildcat power play on the ice. Talon Kamrath center, Maddie Lawagi and Cora Herman wings. Ella Peterson and Kate Kaczynska defense. Puck drops. Second period begins. Here's Kate Kaczynska, cross ice pass. Off the boards, Peterson has to adjust. Jefferson will dump. Puck picked up on the wall by Kaczynska, played to the corner to Peterson. Peterson met on the wall by Starr, shot and a goal. Short-handed goal. Kayla Starr, I believe it was maybe Kuhn got the first goal of the game too, and something similar. Starr with pressure, pass up to Kuhn, and Jaguars jump up to a 2-goal lead. No time like now to respond. Let's see what they do. Wildcats still on the power play. Puck picked up by Daney. Daney fighting through a stick chuck. Puck tied up on the wall. Linsing coming in to help. Daney dumps. She'll give chase. Have Rayfeld in support. Rayfeld rubs off Krenz. Rayfeld fighting through Osland. Pass ahead to Starr. There's Becca Daney. Alan Rayfeld with pressure. No icing, says the referee. Linsing back to collect behind the Waconia net. Shot took a couple weird bounces. No worse for the wear. Puck played below the goal line. Linsing with pressure. Linsing back to retrieve behind the goal line. Pass just off of Ertl's stick. Linsing's cross ice pass intercepted. Centering pass caught Jelsted's skate. Rayfeld trying to force that turnover, had it momentarily. Shot from the point. Puck deflected. Clearing attempt by Lensing is going to make it across the blue line and no icing. Pass up to Woodford. The hustle by Serafin slides in and maybe caught enough of Serafin. Kashinska took it off the goal line, pass ahead to Lawagi. Lawagi crosses the blue line. Pulls back up, looks to the middle, pass to Kamrat, low shot, pad save. Poke check by number 19, Maddie Lawagi. Kashinska pinches. Puck's lifted to the net. Covered, referee gets the whistle figured out, blows it down. 14:25 left in the second period. Waconia needs a goal now. Ella Peterson, Kate Kashinska, defenseman coming out here for the draw. Taylon Kamrath, Becca Daney, and Maddie Lawagi. The referees need to go get another whistle. Backup whistle. Yeah, luckily the referee's locker room is right down the hallway, so they keep a backup whistle handy. All right, we're ready to go. Kamrath on the draw. Puck comes to sidewall. Lawagi at a touch. Puck comes to Kamrath. Poke checked away. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Calmed down by Peterson. Pass to Daney. Daney pulls up. Caught in the guillotine of blue jerseys. Daney may have a play on it. She does. She's going to work into the corner. Chance for Kamrath. Shot. Pad save. Kamrath picks up the rebound. Pass to Peterson at the point. Puck played back down the sidewall. Bouncing puck comes to Kamrath. And chipped out of the zone by the Jaguars. Allegra Kuhn, Ella Peterson. A few good matchups between those two. Good battles. Here's Vea Flanders. Shot. Caught Sylvia Berger. Ricocheted to the corner. Puck played to the point. Shot, hit traffic. Played up the wall by Kashinska. Shot by Jefferson, blocker saved by Smith. And Berger is battling on the hash marks. Puck played to the point, held in. Peterson, clean wall pickup, pass to Berger. Wildcats trying to clear the zone. Long shift in the second period. Kashinska taking it herself, crosses the blue line, cuts in the middle, finds a little bit of time, loads up a shot. Stick save. Clearing attempt by Jefferson. Referee has his arm up, that's going to be icing. Face off back in the Bloomington end. Wildcats change up their personnel. Malin Rayfeld, Callie Lensing, Cora Herman forwards with Ainsley Gelsted and Olivia Serafin at D. Rayfeld ties up on the drop. Puck comes to the sidewall. Lensing in the battle to get it. Rayfeld comes out of the pile. Rayfeld cutting to the middle. Puck just got out in front of her. Serafin gets a shot off. Hit traffic in the high slot. Gelsted to Rayfeld. Rayfeld pushing through traffic. Puck played back up the wall to Woodford. Woodford crosses the red line. She'll dump. Serafin picks it up. Pass to Herman. Herman starts up ice for the Wildcats. Pulls up at the blue line. Past the middle, looking in the direction of Lensing. Lensing. Puck's low. It's went wide of the net. Puck picked up on the wall by Herman. Puck gets a little bit too far out in front of her. She'll play it down to Lensing. Rayfeld boxes out on the wall, loses an edge. Jaguars clear, though, are dumped. They'll get a change, some fresh legs on the ice. Wildcats have to change quick. Here comes Herman. Herman's pass held in, chipped out by Kaczynska. It was Kate Kaczynska. Puck caught up in Rayfeld's feet. Kaczynska stays on it, pulls up at the hash marks. For Daney in the slot. Wildcats pulled back out in the neutral zone. Flanders able to clear the zone for Jefferson. Kaczynska meets the play at the red line. The loose puck comes to Krenz. She'll regroup. Pass back to Flanders. Puck chipped into Wildcat territory. Kate Kaczynska plays it off the back wall. Puck rolls up the sidewall. Chipped back low. 10:30 remaining in the second period. Wildcats down 2. Eat into this lead. Shot by Krenz and a goal. Puck stayed on the ice. Maybe that was Kayla Starr who got a tip on it. And puck went 5-hole. Wildcats in a place they do not want to be, down 3 goals. It's about midway through the second period. Lucy Ertl on the draw for Waconia. Brooklyn Henn and Ella Brockmeyer, fellow forwards. Olivia Seraphin back to retrieve, and Ainsley Gelstad defense for Waconia. Ava Oslin keeps the puck down below the goal line. Gelstad back to help, supported by Ertl as well. Shot by Oslin, blocker save. Goal came to Kara Krenz. I work with that kid's mom. Shot, stick save by Scarlett Smith. Puck comes to the corner, Gelstad fighting through a stick check from Harlow. That bounces off the back wall into the corner. Brockmeyer, short pass to Gelstad. Gelstad has some room, breakout pass to Henn. Henn went for the touch pass. Ended up on Harlow's stick. The Wildcats will dump. Face off in the Waconia end. We'll have the Rayfeld line coming out to take the draw. Herman and Linsing on wings. Peterson and Kaczynska D. Cora Herman picks up the puck out of the pile. Herman crosses the red line, drives wide. Shot, rebound, almost came to Linsing. Held in by Kaczynska. On outlet pass, springs Woodford. Herman and Rayfeld on the back check, or Herman and Peterson. Let's see what the call is. Lost sight of the puck there. Up into the netting. Probably in between the glass. Kaczynska heads off ice with Ainsley Gelstad taking her place. Malin Rayfeld lines up to take the draw. Face off 1 to Peterson. Peterson met with pressure. Puck played back low by the Jefferson Jaguars. Rayfeld with pressure. A tie up, trying to fight through a couple blue jerseys. Rayfeld, short pass to Gelstad. Gelstad looking to spring Herman on the breakout. Peterson to Herman. Herman turns up ice. Here we go. Here comes Callie Lensing. Lensing, strong shift from the corner. Pass to Camrath. Camrath tied up. Lost sight of the puck. Milwaukee battling for possession on the wall. Puck moved to the net front. Nobody home. Talon staying on the attack. Daney spins out in the corner. Cuts back to the corner. Saucer pass to Milwaukee. Milwaukee to Camrath. Camrath had a shot off Daney and a goal! Becca Daney coming in on the back door, picking up her 18th goal of the season. Getting the Wildcats on the score sheet. We'll have assists coming to Camrath and Milwaukee. Broke the seal. Here we go. Let's get another one right away. Fans are happy. Face-off won by Camrath. Back to Pena. Pena, a little backhand shovel up the wall. Read by Kuhn. Kuhn starts into Wildcat territory. She drives wide. Shot's going to be wide of the net. Maybe caught a piece of it by Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass to Daney and a nice break out of the zone. Here comes Maddie Milwaukee. Pass to Camrath. Camrath throws a puck to the net. Looks like Daney's going to get a penalty. Body checking call on the back check. Wildcats go shorthanded. 7:03 left in the second period. Here we go. Got a penalty to kill. Coach Gates getting a word with the referee. Everybody's satisfied, and we're playing on. Just down a couple players. Waconia penalty killers, Malin Rayfeld coming out with Cora Herman. Forwards, Ella Peterson and Ainsley Gelstead at D. Rayfeld wins the draw to Gelstead. Gelstead ties up on the wall. Waconia spacing out to kill this penalty. Puck comes to the point. Pass back to the dot. Shot saved by Smith. Deflects in the corner. Pass to the hash marks. To the point. Low pass to Oslin. Oslin cycles high. Pass back to Oslin from the dot. Shot. Caught traffic. Rayfeld chips it up the wall. D-to-D pass connects. Keep the attack to the outside. Herman. Here's a low pass to Oslin. Just out ahead of her. Puck comes to the corner. Pass to the point. Shot loaded up. Saved by Smith. Rebounds loose. Gelsted's going to clear. Clearing attempt held in. Loose puck is going to go to the corner. Rayfeld hustles to meet Oslin. Peterson making a play on the puck. Pass back to Oslin. Cycle high to the point. 51 seconds left in the power play. Shot deflected off of Peterson. It's a desperation move to the net. Puck comes up the wall. Pass back to the dot. Gelstead, good tie-up. Herman coming in to help. Gets the clear, hits the referee. Referee not happy about it either. Catching the ire of the fans. What do you do? With Peterson pushing the attack to the outside. Rayfeld as well. Here come the Jaguars. Shot from the top of the circle and a glove save by Smith. And we're good. Add a little bit of insult to injury. I think the referee got stung a little bit on that one, but they don't get to wear all the pads the players do. Camrath on the drop for Waconia. 5:18 left in the second. Puck picked up in the corner by Camrath. She'll ring it around the wall. Flanders holds it in. Milwaukee fight through a stick check from Flanders. Milwaukee will clear. Daney's on the ice. She hustled down. You never know. A goalie misplays that puck or decides to play it and doesn't see her coming. 5-on-5 hockey, even strength for 4:58 left in the second. Draw comes to the sidewall. Played behind the net by Krenz. Flanders tries to chip one high, held in by Kaczynska. Seraphin back to retrieve. Pass to Daney. Daney went for the dump. Puck comes to Lawagi. Here comes Kayla Starr. Shot, saved by Smith. Kaczynska and Starr going to work. Daney steps in to help, chips the puck out of the zone. Skate move by Krenz and a strong back check by Kamrath. Chipped into the Wildcat end. Seraphin rims it up the wall to Daney. Daney, pass off the Kamrath stick, played out of the zone by Lawagi. It's passing the 4-minute mark in the second period. Lawagi and Seraphin tying up on the wall. Kaczynska battling. Daney's able to chip it off the wall, and that one will make it down for icing. 3:31 left in the second. Lucy Ertl taking the draw for Waconia. Ties up on the draw. Peterson has to clear it away from the net front. Looks back up to the point to Flanders. Bounces off of Peterson's skate. Drifted in on Smith, and she covers. Rayfeld, Linsing, and Herman will come out. Shift. Puck drops. Jefferson gained possession. Loose puck comes to Herman. Herman starts up ice, kicks it to the outside. Battle on the wall. Rayfeld lifts Flanders' stick, wraparound attempt. Puck comes to Linsing. Now with Peterson, it's upended and shot on goal, and be a tripping penalty. Peterson taking some lumps today. It's a tough kid. And 2 minutes for tripping. Time for the Wildcats to eat into this deficit. Make it a 1-goal game late in the second period. I think Peterson's got to score one here. If you draw the penalty, you're entitled to score that goal. Puck comes back to Kaczynska, one-timer. Shot, glove save. Kaczynska fires a bomb. It's 4 seconds into the power play for Waconia. Doesn't take long to score a goal. Let's do it. Herman battling on the wall. Puck's going to clear into the neutral zone. Peterson will retrieve. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Peterson. Peterson to Kamrath. Kamrath pulls up. One-timer shot. Glove save. Well, Peterson let one off the chain there. Waconia has that space. Blue line might as well walk the puck down and pull the trigger from the top of the circles, put one bar down. A couple dangerous penalty killers on the ice for Jefferson, Starr and Kuhn. Herman pinned on the wall by Starr. Camera to Lawagi to Peterson. Peterson shot. Puck was loose for a second. Kuhn played it to the sidewall. Came to Peterson. Peterson passed to Camrath. Camrath had Lawagi coming to the net hard. Wildcats able to keep possession. Herman all alone in the corner. Puck held in by Peterson. Herman to Kaczynska. Kaczynska loads up a shot. Hey, Kaczynska gets the second goal for Waconia. Power play. Marker, nice pass to the slot. Kaczynska walked it to the middle, fired a shot, and I think it caught a piece of Starr. It went blocker high. Mark it on the board, 1 goal game. Waconia has time to tie this thing up before the period. Minute 40 remaining. Puck drops, Rayfeld ties up on the draw. Here comes Starr from the hash mark. Shot, caught Kaczynska. Puck played to the point. Linsing and Herman hustle out, take away some passing lanes. Shelstad trying to find Herman on the wall. Rayfeld steps in to help. Pass comes to the point. Shot wide of the net. Herman able to clear it. 1 minute left. No icing, says the referees. Rayfeld nearly getting a stick on it. Long pass is going to make it all the way down into the Wildcats' end. 49 seconds left on the clock. Got a 1-goal game. Shots on goal still in favor of Bloomington, 26-19. Number 2, Lucy Ertl taking the drop for Wildcats. Puck comes out to Ostlund. She'll chip it around Peterson. Ostlund shot. Smith tight on the post, makes the save. Gets a stoppage for the Wildcats. All right, we're ready to drop the puck. The referee is not happy with the Waconia bench. Shot from the point, Krenz. Puck is deflected away. Kaczynska clearing out the trash in front of the net. Good physical game by both teams. Daney chips it off the wall. Camerath in ahead of the play. Going to be offsides on Waconia. I think some of the issue arises by Jefferson changing as the away team. You do not get the last change. Waconia put out their top line. Jefferson ended up countering back, and the referee should have whistled that down. Instead, the Waconia bench gets a warning. Puck comes out of the zone. Carried back in by Bloomington, so no offsides. About 10 seconds left on the clock. Peterson's pass up the middle. That will travel down the ice. No icing. And that will do it for the second period. Wildcats get a key goal from Kaczynska off the power play. Trim that deficit to 1 goal. I think we're going to have a good one to finish this game up. Fans are pumped up. Coaches are pumped up. All right. Looks like I forgot to change the periods, and I'm just going to be proactive about it and update it to the third. We'll take a 15-minute break, and we'll come back for the third period, get a look at our Waconia Wildcats. All right, we'll talk to you in 15. All right. Wildcats just stepping on the ice. Bloomington Jefferson coming out. Hopefully we don't have any. Yep, Brooklyn Head made the right choice. Let them pass through. We don't need to have a car accident here before this third period starts. Buzzer sounds. We got 17 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to play hockey. Wildcat forwards to start the third period. Malin Rayfeld, Cora Herman, and Callie Linsing, Ainsley Jelstad, and Ella Peterson at D. And of course, Scarlett Smith in net. About ready to drop the puck. Tie up off the draw. Puck comes to Jelstad. Jelstad moves through the neutral zone, chips it ahead. Rayfeld's going to give chase. Poke check on Flanders. Flanders reverses to the corner to Krenz. It's played deep into Wildcat territory. Rolling puck. The back wall picked up by Peterson. Hung up, maybe hit a wet spot on the ice. Hand goes up. Wildcats going to go on the power play. Herman got tripped up. Wildcats don't have to wait long to get a power play opportunity to tie this game up at 3. Tripping, says the referee. One-man advantage, 16:26 remaining in the third. A whole lot of hockey to play. Puck drops. Milwaukee. Pass off the wall to Peterson. Peterson low to Herman. Herman pass to Milwaukee, and the backdoor shot just missed the net. Milwaukee had an open cage to shoot at, and it just came off the toe of her stick and slid into the net, knocked off its moorings, but beautiful pass by Herman to find Milwaukee on the back door. I think that one's going to be open again. Let's do it. Neutral zone face-off due to the net being knocked off. Puck drops. Kamrath wins it back to Peterson. Peterson to Kaczynska. Kaczynska looks up ice, cross-ice pass. Off Herman's tape. Herman pinned on the wall by Krenz. Kamrath steps in to help. Pass just out of the reach of the Waggy. Waggy pulls up the blue line, cross-ice pass. Chipped low, cleared by the Jaguars. Smith gets a touch, sets it up for Kaczynska. Kaczynska behind the net. Pass to Peterson. Here comes Kuhn. Kuhn shot, saved by Smith. A minute remaining on the power play. Andy Milwaukee pass to Herman in the neutral zone. Comes Kayla Starr. Shot wide of the net. Allegra Kuhn picks it up around the top of the circle by the boards. Kamrath crosses the ice, has Starr in pursuit. Starr forces a turnover. Wildcats have 38 seconds left in this power play. Chance for Allegra Kuhn. Shot. Hit Smith right in the Wildcat logo, and she gets a stoppage. 32 seconds left on the power play. 14:58 remaining in regulation. Lucy Ertl on the draw for Waconia. Rayfeld and Daney, fellow forwards. Here comes Becca Daney. Ships it through the neutral zone, played back up the wall to Jelstad. Jelstad to Linsing, Linsing to Rayfeld. Puck poke checked off Rayfeld's tape. Rayfeld takes it low. Puck chipped up the wall to Daney. Daney back to Jelstad. Jelstad low to Daney. Daney shot off the cage, hits Rayfeld off the helmet. Rayfeld will play it back to Daney. Daney cycles high to the point. Puck skips off the Jelstad stick. Jelstad will dump and penalty time will expire. Jaguars drive wide. Puck sneaks through the wickets on Smith, and Jaguars extend their lead back to 2 goals. 14-12 left in the third period. Tail and camera taking the draw. Ava Brandt and Maddie Lawagi at wings. Jelstad and Seraphin at D. Jaguars went through the tie-up and driving wide. One-time attempt blocked by Camrath. Shot hits traffic. Harlow Johnson spins a shot. Ava Austin picks it up in the corner, cycles high. And Lawagi will chip it through the neutral zone, has to give chase. And fresh ice, and get an icing. 13:43 left in the third period. Hurdle, Berger, and Brockmeyer coming out as forwards. Pena and Shinsko will be your D. Pass up the wall. Berger, a poke check on it. Picked up by Kaczynska. Kaczynska motors through the neutral zone. Holds up a shot, glove save. Players line up, and the puck drops. Jaguars cross center ice and into Wildcat territory, pull up the blue line, and they're going to be offsides. Rayfeld, Herman, and Linsing will come back out on the ice. Jelstad as well at D. Kaczynska stays. Rayfeld wins the draw to Linsing. Flanders steps down. Herman gains possession, cycle back to Jelstad. Jelstad's pass intercepted by Kuhn. Rayfeld pulls the puck out, little backhand move. They chip it around the defenseman. Puck held in by Kaczynska. Kaczynska behind the Waconia net. Pass off the wall to Herman. Herman met on the wall. Callie Linsing picks up the puck. Drives wide, pulls up on the wall. It's number 22, Walsh. Met by Peterson. Peterson wins the battle for the body. Loose puck comes to Pena. Pena pass to Daney, just outside of the Waconia zone. Shipped high off the glass, and that's going to be icing. .12:06 remaining in regulation. Shots on goal, evening up a little bit. Still in favor of Bloomington, 29-20. Daney pushes through the pile, keeps her feet moving. Puck held in at the blue line by Johnson. Peterson back to retrieve, turns to the wall. Poke check by Ava Oslin, rolling puck collected by Pena. Camera supports, pass Lawagi. play on the wall by Lawagi. Poke check by Johnson. Camrath drives into the zone, loads up a shot. He makes the save. Rayfeld lines up on the draw, wins it to Herman. Herman pass to Kashinska, one-timer off the set of skates. Puck picked up by Lensing. Lensing back to Rayfeld, just under her tape. Kayla Starr behind her net, working in the corner. Herman able to gain possession, works behind the net, wraparound attempt, loose puck. Attempt by Lensing. Starr's going to turn and burn. Moves up ice, cuts across two Waconia defenders, opens up, shot, glove save by Smith. Face-off won by Rayfeld to Kaczynska, rimmed around the wall to Herman. Herman pass, tipped ahead by Rayfeld to Lensing. Comes Lensing, pushes wide, pulls up, pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska, puck, poke checked away. Poke check by Serafin. Serafin gains possession. Turns up ice on her backhand. Ships it deep around Krenz. Stays on the puck. Serafin drops it off for Kaczynska. Back check by Ertl. Jaguars still able to exit the zone. Pass in neutral zone to Woodford. She'll chip around Serafin. Gives chase to Simska behind her net. Turns back to the wall. Momentarily hit the net there. Force Kaczynska back the opposite direction. Shot from the point, fanned, and puck will come out of the zone. Brockmeyer tried to move it ahead to Hen. Chance for Harlow Johnson. Puck picked up by Peterson, back to Jelstad. Jelstad back to Peterson. Shot fanned on by Jefferson, played back low. Peterson will pass to Hen. Hen turns up ice. Starts skating. Spins, looks to the middle to Ertl. Off of Ertl, skate, bouncing puck. Ertl may have a play on it if he stays on there. Pass intercepted by Daney. Here's Lawagi spinning off of a powder blue jersey. Picked up by Osland, chipped around Peterson. Breakaway chance for Bloomington. Backhand shot, rebound saved by Smith. Got the first and second attempt. Becca Daney catches an outlet pass from Jelstad. Fans on the shot, sticked away by Krenz. Kayla Starr, fans on the pass, able to catch it in her skates. There's a missile onto Smith and glove save. Puck drops, face off to the wall. Rayfeld picks it up off the wall, driving wide. Loads up a shot. Hits the goalie high, glove save. Had Lensing. A 3-on-1 attempt for the Wildcats. Time to tie this game up. Puck drops, face off back to Pena. Pena to Kaczynska. Kaczynska holds his own. Chips low, Linson gives chase. Rayfeld steps into support, but the puck is played high off the glass. Kashinska battling on the wall. Here comes Linson. Linson shot deflected up into the netting. 7:53 left in the third. Mallon Rayfeld lining up on the drop. Puck drops. Face off below the Jaguars' goal line. Flanders plays it up the wall to Johnson. Linson with pressure. Up the plate around the sidewall. Kashinska's going to pinch. Oslin's going to move through the neutral zone, chip around Pena. Stays on the attack. Drifts into the corner, picked up by Linson. Linson pulls up, puck picked up by Kashinska. Kashinska. Cross-ice pass connects to Herman. Up just out of Herman's reach. Herman and Rayfeld will go off for a change. Berger's a sole forward on the ice for Waconia. He'll apply a little bit of pressure. That's what you needed to do. Pass. It looked like Ertl picked it off. Brooklyn Hen on the back check, forces a dump. Time's ticking off the clock here in the third period. 6:30 remaining. Jaguars drive wide. Play by Ainsley, pushing the attack to the outside, playing physical. Ertl follows suit. Bloomington saucer pass to Krenz. Shot from the point, tip. Over the net and wide. Peterson. Locked up with Woodford. Deflection by Hen. Two players tied up. Here comes Sylvia Berger. Berger pulls up at the hash marks. Looking middle for Hen. Kashinska pinches. Bouncing puck to Krenz. Krenz will try to clear the zone. Beloved by Kashinska, and she works down the boards. Centering pass to Hen. Like Berger. Pass looks like there is going to be a penalty. Be a cross-checking penalty against Jefferson. Puts Waconia on the power play with 5:29 left. Number 6, Talon Kamarath, lining up on the drop for Waconia. Referees are set. Puck's ready to drop. Face off one back to Peterson. Peterson with an open look. Shot low. And a save. Reset on the opposite side and go again. Minute 56 left on the power play. Plenty of time. Puck drops. Kamarath ties up. Loose puck carried out of the pile by Herman. Herman to Peterson. Peterson pass to the top of the point. Puck for Milwaukee. Chance for Peterson. Shot. Blocker save. Rebound to the corner. Milwaukee on the tie-up allows Kashinska to come down and pinch. Wildcats hold possession. Peterson loads up a shot. Another save by Rash. 5 minutes left in regulation. Two Wildcats are better than one. They win the puck battle. Pass attempt by Peterson down to Herman. Puck is cleared. I don't know if that hit a helmet in the Bloomington bench, but we play on. Good battle by Kashinska, taking on two Jaguar players. Turns up ice, finds Peterson. Peterson passing the blue line to Herman. Herman to Kamrath. Kamrath's shot's blocked. To Kashinska, rebounds loose. Awagi pins a player on the wall. Kamrath from the goal line. Puck comes to Kashinska. Kashinska to Peterson. Back to Kashinska. Shot. Stick save and kick to the corner. Awagi tripped up. Kamrath to the point. Kamrath to Peterson. Peterson looking to the weak side to Awagi. There's bodies all over the ice and tired legs. Both these teams just going to battle. Herman from the hash marks, cross ice pass to Peterson. Peterson shots blocked by Krenz. Kashinska. Shot from desperation. Hits the goalie square. Shots on goal, 33-28. New power play unit. Rayfeld, Daney, and Lensing with Serafin and Gelstead at D. Rayfeld wins the draw back to Gelstead. Gelstead pass low. Rayfeld lost an edge. Puck's going to come up the hash marks. Short pass from Lensing. Penalty time has expired. We're back to full strength. Gelstead. Chip to Rayfeld. Comes Star. Star pulls up at the red line. Knows she has time to burn off the clock. Time is the worst enemy for the Wildcats right now. Lensing, short pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld and Daney start up ice, 2-on-2. Rayfeld to Daney. Daney tried to pass to Rayfeld. Krenz read it. Star opportunistic on the turnover. Crosses the blue line. Shot's going to deflect off Serafin's stick and into the netting. Waconia comes back at the Kamrath line. Need a goal, need it now. They had a lot of good looks, or a few good looks on the power play a couple minutes ago. Flanders to Krenz. Krenz chips deep into the corner. Kashinska chip to the corner. Puck's going to travel up the wall. Held in by Flanders. Tip from Johnson just over the net. Daney picks up the loose puck. Pena got pancake there. Awagi pushing into the zone from the hash marks. Pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld loads up a shot just high over the net. Rayfeld tried to stick handle through Krenz. Rayfeld on the back check. Forces the turnover. Driving wide, cuts to the middle. To her backhand. Goes up on the wall. Pass to Gelstead. Gelstead shots low. Bloomington, Jefferson, 6 players on the ice. And the goalie still in the cage. That turns into a penalty. Thank goodness we have some Waconia fans. Make sure they remind the referees that there's 6 players on the ice. I use a microphone here, and I try to yell sometimes, maybe too loud because I'm talking over everybody, but we got a game. Power play for the Wildcats. Minute 35 left. Down 2 goals. We'll see what Coach Gates and company decide to do. They got the offensive zone faceoff. Do they bring Smith to the bench? Start off the power play as a 6-on-4 with a minute 35? That's what I'd do.
And it's two players on the bench at 14-25 for the third period. Wildcats take a late timeout.
They just have to touch. I mean, like a legit touch of it. So, I mean, you can't just like, it can't be like a clearing attempt and then it's off your stick. Then it's still alive. But if you're spotting it, touch up, we'll blow it down. Need some Tums or Alka-Seltzer after this game. Stressful, a little bit of indigestion. Smith is going to start. Actually, we've got 6 players on the ice for Waconia. Don't get to keep the goalie. And we are going to start the last minute 35 with 6 players on the ice for Waconia. Pulling the goalie, stacked up front. Herman, Lensing, Camrath, and Milwaukee, some big bodies. Herman, pass to Daney. Daney to Kaczynska. Shot, hits traffic. Cleared through the neutral zone, deep in the Wildcat territory. Star's going to give chase. This is the kid that you don't want anywhere near the puck right now. Milwaukee finds Herman in the neutral zone. Herman crosses the blue line, looking for options. Star will clear the zone, 1 minute remaining. Kaczynska hustles back.
1 minute in the third period.
Pass Milwaukee back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska finds Daney right at the red line. Daney enters the zone. Chance for Camrath. Puck's going to roll in on net. Stoppage with 45 seconds left in regulation. Puck comes to Daney. Daney, one-timer by Kaczynska, hits the side of the net. Milwaukee back to Daney. Daney to Kaczynska. Shot off of Kuhn's stick. Lensing to Kaczynska. Deflected off the glass into the corner. Daney cycles high. Kaczynska down low to Milwaukee. Pass on the back door. Puck is loose and the referee blew the whistle. Oh. Tough shake, but that's just how it goes. It was loose. It was loose. Yeah, 9 seconds left. Shot by Kaczynska. Rebound by Lensing. Puck is bouncing. Next goal wins. Let's go. And that's going to do it. The Wildcats drop a Thursday night matchup to a section or a conference opponent as well, Bloomington Jefferson. They get the win over Waconia 4-2. Shots on goal finals. Waconia ends up on top, 34 shots to 33. So, a couple tough breaks. Some penalty trouble early in the game. The Wildcats get to do it again on Saturday against Holy Angels. So, make sure you're tuning in. Check the Facebook page for the Waconia Blue Line Club for the times, and we'll see you guys on the next one. We'll leave the mic on for the salute to our fans, and we will catch you at the next game. Thanks for tuning in.